Did it, did it, did it, da.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, so what we're going to listen to right now is we're going to turn this on, and you're going to listen to one of these. Let's pick a nice strong one. Right there. We'll go for that one. There it is, right there. So what was that? Da-da-da-da-da-da.
SST.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. These are all stations on the all over the country that are participating in this SST, which is a slow speed test with the sole intent of getting people on the air at 20 words a minute and under. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Scott,
Yes.
um, I can listen, but in order to try to participate, don't I have to have already practiced keying?
What do you mean?
Using my straight key.
Yeah, you need to be able to send something, but yeah, but not to
Yeah.
not just to listen and practice receiving. I mean, there's SST again. And what is going to be the best way in the world to work on your code?
Get on there and
Get on the air. So get on the air. It will be the single best way for you to practice and get better at something. And okay, so you got lots of chances to receive. Every one of those stations, listen for the sound. Okay, somebody tell me what CQ sounds like.
Da, 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 da.
What's a C? What's a C again?
Oh, da, 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 da.
Da 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 da. Let's take a listen.
Da, 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 da.
Let's take a listen, shall we? That's not that one, but let's listen again for the next time. Listen for another one. There you go. There's the first letter we're going to do tonight, too. Did everybody copy that? What was that?
Question mark?
That was a question mark. Did it? Okay, so that means that the first person calling heard the second person, but didn't hear him well enough to get a full call sign. Said, give it to me again. See?
So when you start out, you always say CQ when you're first starting?
Yep. I mean, CQ means I'm looking for somebody to talk to.
Okay.
Da 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 da. That'll be the first thing that you ever practice. Because that's and the microphone. There you go.
So at what point do you have to pass a test in order to be able to do what?
To do what?
Do you need to ever pass a test in coding in most?
No.
Okay. Why are people taking a test?
They're not. This is a test. In this case, is short for the word contest.
Oh.
So this is it's a low stress, slow speed contest to give people a chance to get practice on the air.
Oh, so, it's not a test of code, it's a test of contacts,
It's a test of you. Yeah.
a test of making contacts.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So,
Are some people not allowed in this contest because they're too fast?
if you're going too fast, you won't find people to talk to, and then you'll naturally slow down because you really know that the limit is 20 words a minute. There are other places and other times. I mean, you can always just get on the air and make a contact at whatever speed you want. You can go on another frequency and call CQ at 5 words a minute if you really want to. And common courtesy says that the person that replies should slow down to the point where you're comfortable receiving.
When you say the limit is 20 words per minute, or the upper or the lower limit?
Upper, upper.
So don't be on this contest if you're going faster than that?
You can always slow down. It's a lot easier to slow down than to speed up. So like there are contests called SSTs, which are slow, then there's an MST, which is medium, and then there's contests that are just wide open. Those are on Wednesdays, along with a few others. You know, the big CW contests are just unlimited, and then there's there 4 hours on Wednesday. There's just basically, run it wide open, and everybody's doing 30, 35, 40 words a minute. So
Okay.
If we want to participate in an SST contest,
mhm.
where do we look to see when they're happening?
You look up the K1 USN SST, which looks
K1, say that again, K1 something.
K1USN.com.
So, thank you.
See, and down here
Scott,
there's yeah.
I still can't, I still haven't gotten help getting an antenna set up that allows me to get out from where I am here in this little bowl.
You're where?
Is there a
Where are
way
you?
to,
Are you in? I forget. Are you in Powers or something?
I'm south of Grants Pass in the Applegate Valley, and I've got mountains on 3 sides, and I
Okay.
face west. And I can hear local nets, but nobody can hear me when I try to talk.
Okay.
So my question is, Morse. I mean, maybe it's cheating, but is there a way to do it? Is there a system that allows me to hook up say a paddle or a straight key to my computer and do it over the web?
I mean, to what end? I mean, sure, but to what end? In other words,
So I could so I could communicate in Morse with and not have to, because I'm just not getting off the pot, getting my antenna set up so I can get out.
well, you just got to get a 40-meter antenna out.
Everybody says, "Oh, you just need this or you just need that," and I don't know how to do that.
Where's
So
you're in Grants Pass?
yeah,
Do
there's
you
a
know?
group in Medford, but that's
There's
45 minutes.
yeah, there's a group in
What's
Grants
that?
Pass too.
I don't. The local radio club is out of Medford.
No, well, there are other local clubs that may be bigger or smaller. And do you know your local hands?
I know a couple of them.
Okay, are they willing to get off? Are they willing to get off the pot and help?
Well, I had one. Oh, we can talk about this another time. I had one, but I think he got impatient with me because I was so slow. I just, I need, I need a mentor who lives next door is what I need.
Okay, well, you're not going to find that, but
No,
there's a, what you're going to have to do is, I mean, if you're in the Applegate Valley, you said, right?
yeah,
So, okay, well, you're going to basically have to throw an antenna party, and you get pizza and beer and invite people over to help put up an antenna for you.
that's a good idea.
That's what works, but you got to go to your local club. So, um, that's
Yeah.
one of the things that I do is I try to facilitate clubs to, go and do cool stuff like that. So,
Cool.
so
Well, all right. I'll just, the other part of my problem is I'm so busy. So anyway,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
maybe I'll email you something.
I mean, if you're, do you have is your address a PO box, or you have a physical address in your
That's physical
license?
address.
KK7EIL. Slagle Creek. I don't know where that is.
Not many people do.
Yeah, no.
Those of us who live out here.
Um, yeah, you're just gonna have to. Wow, that's really in the middle of nowhere, isn't it? I see that.
Yeah, it's kind of wine country though.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, it looks like you're kind of equidistant if that's where you are from Medford and Grants Pass.
About a half hour to Grants Pass and 45 to Medford. Yeah.
Go to a Rogue Valley Club meeting if
Yeah, I
you haven't.
know. I need to do that.
Yeah, you need to do that.
I just can't do it in winter because I don't want to drive home in the dark.
Well,
And in
fortunately, it's
summer,
summer right now.
I know I'm always camping and going. I know I'm making excuses.
Yeah, I can't. You know that I can't help you with. You just
Yeah,
gotta figure out when the next one is and go. So,
yeah.
all right.
So you're basically saying no, don't try to communicate over the web.
Now, I
Don't try to do more.
mean, you can do this, but what fun is that? I mean, you'll get out on 40 and 80 meters just fine, independent of terrain. So, so what we're going to do so far is just do a little bit of recap. And for that, we're going to call on our old friend, LCWO. So let's hear what people have been doing to get them to a certain point. Let's hear of your successes and failures. Don't be shy. Come on.
What are you asking?
So what are you? Come on, let's hear some successes and failures to date.
Hey, on
Well-
that little channel, is Joanna talking?
Yep.
Okay.
Come on, let's hear about your successes and failures to date. It's been 3 days since our last class. Let's hear it.
I have, I'm not going to call them failures, but they're really hard for me right now. The equal sign, the question mark sign, the slash, R, L, Z, and B. I confuse them, but I keep practicing. I'm getting slightly better.
Okay. Have you done LCWO and only put those in there?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
Mm-hmm. Does it help? Joanna, does it help?
Yes.
Okay.
absolutely.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, including the other stuff that I kind of already know doesn't really help my process.
right. Because you already know it. So,
Mhm.
all right. Who else wants to go?
I've been working with the LCW or LCWO. I'm unfortunately I missed the last two classes. And so I've been practicing a lot on the material in the first two classes, and thankfully the third one you only had a few new letters because I'm just barely started on that one.
Mm.
But I've been doing a lot of what I tried this before and I didn't finish the class. And this time the advice that you gave that's different than what I heard before is don't write it down. Just practice in your head.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Yes.
that has been really, really helpful because what I'm practicing is I'll just put in three letters and then I'll just practice calling it out and typing it in, so that I know I get accuracy, but calling it out when I hear it
Mm-hmm.
so that it's audio instead of written, that has really been helpful. And so I'm finding that, yeah, it's coming along much better.
Good.
Really appreciate
Good.
yeah. Also, I really like the way that you give the word and then we hear what it is and then you give it again, because I'm finding when I go back and listen to the audio, because you can do it several times, it's helpful. Like
Mhm.
I can actually see the letters in my mind now. I'm starting to see from the sound. So anyway, I'll shut up. That's
Yeah.
it.
Okay. Well, what's important is that it's a direct translation. We're trying to eliminate all the intermediate steps. You know. So that's
Thank
what
you
we're
for doing this.
that's what we're aiming for. And somebody else was telling me to do that, with repeating stuff. And
It
so,
helps.
yeah. So whoever that was who told me to do that, thanks, because that was a really good idea.
Okay.
I don't remember
second
who
what
it was.
she said.
It was
Wait, oh,
female. It was
yeah,
in the
I
first
remember
class.
that, yeah, but I don't remember who it was.
I
It
don't
might
know.
have been me, but I agree that it does help, but I also second what she said about first time I took the class. I don't remember you saying, don't write it down.
No, I probably
And
didn't.
this time I'm really trying not to look at my notes.
Okay, good.
So it is
Right.
helping, but Alicia, I like your suggestion to say it out loud. I'm just hitting the keyboard when I'm doing LCW online. And if I say it out loud at the same time, that'll probably help.
Well, your keyboard should look something, your keyboard of stuff that you're doing should look something like this. Notice it's pretty full now.
Yeah.
So we've done a lot of letters and numbers already. And in fact, there's not that many more to add. So we're just going to be adding them gradually. And so I'm just going to hit the go and you guys tell me what you hear.
Is that a P?
B,
That's a
B.
B. Okay. How about that one?
D,
B, D,
That'd be a D.
Period.
question mark.
Hmm.
Oh,
What's a
period.
question? What's a question mark sound like?
Did it, da,
Right.
did it.
Yep. So that was a period. That was a period.
Right, right. Yeah.
I'll play it
Repeat it.
again. Yep.
9.
That's a 9. Yep.
I,
I,
That's an easy one.
H,
H,
H. Yeah.
3.
3,
That's a number 3. I'll play it again.
H,
H again.
B,
That's a B as in Bravo. Anybody miss that?
Yeah.
There it is
B.
again.
B,
That was one of those that we added toward the end of last one.
D,
That's a
That's
Z as in
Y?
Z. That's a
Z,
Z as in
Z.
zebra. We haven't done Y yet.
C,
See, now what's cool is that some of the ones that we did early on, like a week ago, are probably second nature if you've been practicing, right? Like that's a C. I know that one for sure.
E,
Yep.
E.
H.
5.
Oh.
Play it again.
Oh dear.
1.
1,
That's a 1. Yep.
5.
I, 3, no,
2,
2,
It is a 2.
3,
That's a 3. Da 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 is a nice 3.
7,
Yep.
Oh.
0,
That's a
0.
0. Yep. 0.
It's a
Z,
So Z is in zebra again. Da da did it. Okay, who's the first one to get this one?
Slash.
That's a
Slash.
slash. Yes. Dotted it, dotted. Very useful if you go portable somewhere.
Remind
Oh.
me what that means?
It means it's a slash mark. So like,
goes behind a call sign.
because like if you're portable somewhere, if you're like Cindy operating in let's say California, you're KK7AZD/6.
What's the /6?
If you're like in California, or if
And
you're at,
6 is
Or if you're Annette in Colorado, you'd be K7EIO/0.
So the 6 and 0 are zone designations or something?
Let's go for the or something. Hold on.
Wait,
USA call sign area map. Everybody see that?
ah. Mm,
Oh, so we put /7.
Well, we're already in 7, so we don't have to. And in
Oh,
fact, you don't have to at all. But let's say you're in New York, it kind of makes sense to put a /2.
Well, like you mentioned the other day, if you just got through the exam to be extra, you'll be /AE.
Right. Or if you got just in general, your AG. So,
put that on the end of your call sign,
uh-huh.
N7JIGG or whatever you are, EX, what are you, extra
Well,
class, special, super?
It'd be /AE. KK7GTR/AG, right, Alicia? When you pass your general? Did you say you were studying for your general?
No,
Oh, well,
I'm a baby right now.
let's get you studying for your general. Sorry, I'm picking on you.
So that's when you pass the exam, but it has not shown up on the database yet.
Right. You have proof of it, but it's not there yet. Now, this is also useful when you go to Canada, because when you go to Canada, you actually do have to, you're not obligated to in the United States, but in Canada, when you go to a different province, let's say you're in British Columbia, I'd be N7JI/VE7. We have an automatic reciprocity with Canada.
E7 or BC7?
Victor Echo 7.
Why the E?
'Cause the-
Extra? Oh,
No, because that's a Canadian call sign. The
that's
Canadian prefix is Victor Echo.
for every,
Not
Well,
for
they have
everyone, but that's their
why-
standard.
why would we use it? That wouldn't be our call sign, but we would know they had call signs that started that way.
Well, I mean, if
I
you
don't
go
get
to
what you're saying, actually,
if you go to another country, you're subject to their laws.
but your call sign doesn't change, does it?
Yeah, in another country.
My call sign changes if I go to Canada?
Yeah,
How do I know what it is there?
in this case, it's KK7ETI/VE7.
Oh,
It's
that is
auto
the
it
only change it needs.
Right. It's automatic reciprocity when you go between the US and
Okay.
Canada. But for instance, if you go to, let's say, let's say you go to England, your call sign, because the United States is party to the CEPT, which is the Council of European Posts and Telecoms. We have an agreement with them. Your call sign would be Golf/N7JI or Golf/KK7ETI, which is the letter G/KK7AZD. And that would be your automatically assigned call sign. There are other countries where we don't have automatic reciprocity, and you actually have to apply for a different call sign in that other country. So, for instance, when we went to Vanuatu last October, my call sign was YJ0SR. I had to apply for a completely different call sign to be reciprocal in Vanuatu. They gave it to me.
Okay.
I mean, all I had to do was present my American call sign, but I could not use my US call sign.
Okay.
They
But-
assigned me a completely different one.
If there's reciprocity, your call sign doesn't necessarily change, it just gets additions.
Correct. And now, how do you identify those additions?
I don't know, they're gonna tell me when I need.
Well, you use a slash.
/.
Okay, yes.
So there's that slash. That's why we use the slash.
Since we're diverted a little bit, can you review what the N, you were explaining the N when you're using call signs and numbers, and I missed that.
Oh yeah, we'll do that. Those
Okay.
are cut numbers. All right, let's do a couple more here.
Are you saying CUT cut?
cut. Yeah.
Okay.
What was
Question
that?
mark.
Question mark.
C. Question mark.
Question mark again.
C.
Everybody got that C?
Period.
Period.
C.
Oh,
O.
We're back to a couple easy ones.
3.
Let's do that again.
2. C.
What was that letter?
Q.
That's a
Q.
Q.
A. 8. No.
B,
90.
B.
Oh, B.
B.
D.
Okay. So what we're going to do is stop doing that, and we're going to stop there and stop torturing everybody, and we're going to move on to just me sending some code here. And here we go. Here we go. Ready? 2 words. Whoops. Repeat. Here we go.
Could you repeat that?
Can everybody hear that okay or not really?
A character got messed up.
Okay, we'll do it again. What did we say?
Hi,
all.
Ends in a C.
Hi, all.
Hi all, followed by
Period.
Period.
period. Yep. Okay.
What? Oh, hi, all. Okay.
Okay, so we're going to add another letter here so I can do other things. What's that sound, everybody?
Da 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 da.
And
Da 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 da.
so I think that Cindy and Ms. Taylor might be happy about this letter.
Why?
That's a Y. And yes, that's exactly why.
Da, 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 da.
That's a Y. So now I can send
That's me.
Cindy. Everybody get CYNDI? All right, and Lois? Got Taylor there? Okay. So, let's see. Here's a word. Here we go. We're going to do a word.
Y'all.
No.
See, I really
No.
wanted to say y'all.
Right. Right.
Okay, here's
Is there
another
an
word.
apostrophe if you wanted to do
There,
yellow?
yeah, but most people don't do apostrophes.
Okay.
So here's another one.
Ends with E.
Why? No.
Why? Everybody get the W?
Die.
Everyone get the W?
No. Do it again? No.
And everybody do a W for me.
Da,
Da da
Da,
da.
Da
da.
da da. You'll get used to doing W's because about at least a third of call signs start with W. Like, you might hear this.
W7ARD?
Uh-huh. Anyone recognize that call sign?
Say it
That's
again.
on
please.
maps.
Lizard.
W7ARD is Matt. He's here in Eugene. He runs a bunch of repeaters along with a bunch of other things. So you might, if you're listening to a repeater, hear this.
Slash repeater.
Everybody get this part?
So that was a break in
That's a
an
slash.
SR.
That's a slash. Dotted it, dotted,
Mhm.
followed by,
Is R?
which means slash R. Another time we use slash is when we indicate that something is a repeater station. So listen to your favorite repeaters, and you'll hear that sometimes.
And then an R, you put the slash dotted, and then the dot.
That means it indicates that it's a repeater.
Okay.
Again, you might also hear this on different frequencies. I'll use my own call sign. Because I guess we're going to add a J today, too.
We really don't need a J.
I need a J.
Just
This is a
kidding.
J.
Da da da.
So what's the sound of a J, everyone?
Da da
Da,
da.
da, da.
So, why are J's important?
Because it's the beginning of my name.
Because it's the beginning of your name, and it's in your call sign as well. And it looks like a field hockey stick.
Looks like what?
A field hockey stick.
Oh,
So that's a J. So, I might give this call sign at some time. Well, what would that call sign be?
You.
I do this all the time. But then I might do this to it. What was that? That was a B.
B.
And what does it mean if it's slash B?
Beacon.
That's a beacon. That's right. So a beacon, if you look back to your rules, what is a beacon station?
Is sense at location?
Airborne.
Yep, it's a station that has been set up for test purposes or to convey information about propagation. So, might put it on top of a mountaintop or a building or something like that, and I might say this. What word is that?
DE.
DE.
DE, which means
From.
from. So what again was that? Dotted it,
Slash
DE
B.
from N7JI/B. Then it might be followed by this.
CN8.
That last one we haven't done yet.
B.
Not 4.
That's a
Victor.
4.
4.
So this is my. So I might do this. Here we go.
Oh, that's your grid.
That's my grid. Yep. We might also do this. Cindy?
Oh, I heard my call and then maybe question mark and then CN.
What was that again? Let's do it again.
Oh, slash. Oh,
Uh-huh.
slash CN 9. Nine two.
9.2. Because if I remember right, you said you're in CN 92. And in fact, we can show on our grid locator, kiloquin. We explore on ham grid maps. We can see CN 92. Kiloquin is in CN 92 Bravo Mike, so it's even broken down further. So you go down here, and I believe that's that's the beginning of CN 92. So Klamath is in also CN 92, but just barely. Okay, so the borderline, I guess, the 41 and 42 degrees is the California line. Is that right? Because CN 91 is at the California border. So that's how that's broken up.
People really know by the grid.
Yeah. I know CN 94 is Bend, for instance. CN 84 is Eugene. CN 87 is Seattle. CN 85 is Portland. I mean, at least locally, I know some of the more. Trust me, if you're grid hunting on 6 meters, you know your grids.
Okay.
You know, Delta Mike 65, you know that's New Mexico. You know, EM 12 is Houston. EM 30 is like New Orleans. EM 50 is Southern Alabama. You get very used to it.
What makes your grid number particularly useful?
What makes it what?
Useful. I mean, yeah, it's good to have, but what
Well,
are the applications that are?
I'll show you the biggest application of it is, let me pop it up here, hopefully. Oh, come on, you're not going to let me, are you? Hold on.
I barely know all my states. I haven't even done work all state, and we're talking about grid hunting.
Yeah. Well, here, so, all right, can everybody see the map?
Yeah, there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say that you are in, let's say you're Cindy and you're in Charlie November 92, down here, Southern Oregon, right?
Correct.
Okay, and somebody says, I am in California. Well, from CN 92, do you point southwest or do you point southeast? If you're using a directional antenna, which way do you point?
So East?
Well, I don't know. I mean, if you're in
Depends.
if you're in if you're in CN92 and they're in Del Norte County,
Okay, southwest then.
right? You'd be Crescent City. You'd be pointing southwest. If you're pointed towards San Francisco, you'd be directly south. If you're looking for like over here in DM 20 or CM no DM 25, which is like Needles and Death Valley or any of these interior counties, you'd be pointed southeast. So, how do you know which direction to point? If they just tell you what state they're in, if it's a nearby state, it doesn't really help, does it? So, the grid gives you a more granular idea of where to point an antenna, especially on VHF, UHF bands, where your antenna pattern is going to be really narrow.
Do you ask what town are you in, or do you ask what grid are you
Um, well, it depends. I mean, if you're working on, let's say, 6 meters,
in? Mm-hmm.
or you're trying to work somebody on 2 meters, on 2 meter weak signal, and you're hunting, and you're, it doesn't necessarily matter what town you're in, because sometimes you could be in a town that's in multiple different grids. Like San Francisco, like the
Wow.
Bay Area
Oh,
is EM 88, EM 87, EM 86, EM 85, EM 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. Right? Those all count for separate grids, but they're all considered that, Bay Area. And one town might be 4 different grids. So, okay. More questions? See, you never know what you're going to get into on this, to doing something like this. Okay, how about, so let's see, what was a 4 again?
di 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 da.
Da-da-da-da-da. Now let me look at my count and see what we're doing here and how much of it we've done on LCWO. Let's see. And let's take a look at some of the other things that we haven't done. Oh, you're making me log back in. It's being a pain too. Okay, so I'm going to check number 4. I don't remember if we did 6. I think it's time we do. Da 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 da.
Da di 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 di. Da di 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 di. Da
Okay,
di di
so
di.
let's add 6. We definitely added a Y. And we added a J. Okay, so that's a 6. Everybody give me a 6.
Da di 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 di. Da di 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 di.
So when might you hear a lot of 6s?
California.
California. And in fact, there's a contest called the California QSO Party, which from Oregon is a lot of fun because all the stations from California are on the air looking for people outside, and we're the next state nearby. So from up here in Oregon, you can work a lot of California stations and do a really good job. So you might hear what was that call sign?
K6H1. What?
What's the last letter?
Z. Z.
Z. HZ. Very good. Okay, how about
KN6ERM.
okay, or how about this one?
W6 CAM. Oh, W.
Yep. How about this?
KN6NK.
KN6NK. How about
NW6L.
NW6L? Okay, how about this one?
KL7RA.
KL7RA. All right, so where would KL7RA be?
Alaska.
That'd be Alaska, KL7, yep. How about this one?
N6, no, and KH6CJJ.
KH6CJJ, yep. Work him all the time. He's always on in contests. And where's he from? Where's the KH6?
Hawaii.
Hawaii, yep. Next one.
K8CC.
KHCC. Which would put that station where in the country? Well, knowing our map? Okay, this is why it's good to know where you're pointed.
I cheat.
In the
That's it.
Midwest.
In the Midwest. It's going to be somewhere up in the upper Midwest in particular. So Ohio, West Virginia, or Michigan. See, I'll leave the map up there, and I'll do another one. All right, and then you can tell me where we're going to point. Okay. Next one. Here we go.
KH7LC.
Yep. So where's that going to be?
Hawaii.
Hawaii. Okay, next one.
That's a repeater in Hawaii.
Yes, it is.
I mean, not a repeater, a beacon. A beacon.
Yes, and also there's,
So it's da.
yeah, there's also KH6LC. I think that's actually the one. That's Lloyd Cabral LC. Got a massive superstation on the in Volcano on the eastern end of the Big Island. One of the biggest signals you'll ever hear. Next one. heard something different. What was that call?
H5 Z.
Yep. You got OH5Z. Anyone curious where that's from? You get to learn your prefixes. That's Radio Club of Mustala, Elemaki.
Oh,
See that
where?
antenna system? I have been privileged to operate from there. I did that last fall.
I couldn't hear from where.
From Elimaki, Finland.
Alamaki, Finland. Okay.
Notice the size of the antenna array in the
Yeah.
middle of that photo.
Does that freeze?
No. I mean, everything freezes, so it doesn't matter. I got to operate from there. So that was amazing. I was in Finland, and they said, yeah, you should call Yuka. So I called Yuka, and he said, oh, you know CW? I'm like, yep, love CW. It's like, well, we're doing CQ Worldwide. You want to come help us out? Like, sure. So spent 4 hours operating from that massive superstation. It was a blast. Okay, next one.
SM2E something W.
Yeah, close.
Can't remember.
Yeah, that's why we do this.
ECW.
EKW?
EKW. Yeah, EKW.
SM2EKW. Okay, that would be where? It's in the middle of the screen. Swedish call sign.
Read that one more
Yep.
time.
Yep. Okay.
Could
Let's
you
add-
do some, D's and K's? They're sounding alike.
Which one?
D and K.
This is a D.
And K.
Okay.
Too close for my ears.
This is where it helps to have headphones.
Mm.
All right, so what letter is this?
K.
Oops.
I.
Yeah, it was. There was, yeah. Here we go.
D.
That's D. D. K.
K. W.
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 K. D.
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 D. That's a
K.
A.
Oh, something else.
Y.
That's a Y again. We're doing Y. That's
Y.
because I haven't done many of them yet. So, like, here we go. We're going to do this one.
YL3AA.
A.
YL3AA. There you go, Latvia. Okay, so not to be confused with
When
Here we
you are making those letters, can you choose to make the K more distinctly da or less da?
well, it depends if you're using. You're talking about me personally, or
Yes.
using a paddle, or if
Personally.
you're using a paddle, you get what you get.
Okay.
I
You
mean,
can't
if you
vary it.
Yeah,
Can't
no,
vary the length of your DA.
no. I mean, if you're using a straight key, sure, I can do
Oh,
if I want, you know.
so the
But
paddle ensures that you are correct.
yeah,
Okay.
but I'm using a straight key, so here's okay. So here, what letter is this?
E,
D, D,
E,
K,
A,
Okay.
A,
A,
Is that the one?
L,
L,
So now,
L,
what letter is
I,
that? That's a Y again. Yep. So,
Y,
so here's the next one.
L in there?
LY5M,
LY5M.
Y, 5,
That would be Lithuania. Okay. So here's another one.
Y10TT.
Nope.
Oh, shoot. YJ0TT.
YJ0TT. And here's hopefully YJ0TT. There it is, our Vanuatu trip last year, YJ0TT. Yep, 49,500 contacts. So, okay, let's see. Another one. How about, no, it's 558. So just for fun, we're going to add something that everybody's going to
Da-da-da.
What does that sound like, everyone?
U.
Da-da-da?
Da-da-da. Da-da-da.
Very important letter, because now, with a U, we can do this word.
U.
We can do Y-O-U. Yep. We can do
Thank you.
T-U. That's thank you in Morse code. We can do
You are.
your, Y-U-R, shorthand for your. We can do this. Um,
See you.
C-U, like C-U, and put an L after it.
See you out.
That would be see you later. Yep. We could put, we could do this.
Out.
Yep. We could do, let's see.
Run.
R-U-N. Okay. We could do this.
Sauce.
Sauce. Okay, we could do like this call sign.
W1
W1UU. Feels like I hear that one all the time, which actually I do. How about, let's see.
K1U1.
K1UM. All right, and so let's see. Now we're gonna throw Lois. We're gonna just cover those numbers a little bit, and we're gonna get back to. But we'll just take a couple of minutes. Some 3-digit numbers.
I want to.
Yep, next one.
Four seven.
407. And you know, Alicia, I gotta tell you, I copy better with my eyes closed myself.
Is that right?
Yes, I do. Don't know why. Okay, so here we go with another one.
Five nine nine.
Except it's actually
5NN.
5NN. Okay, so Lois, this is the cut numbers. If you know we're doing numbers, you know that N takes a lot less time than a 9, and a 9 is da 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 dit. So you can shorten, if you know it's a number, and the other person knows it's a number, you can shorten da 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 dit to da dit.
How do they know which number it is then?
Well, I mean, it depends on the context.
And
So if you say you're running let's say you're running power, and you send this number. What number? What were those digits?
5TT.
so is
T
that
is-
588?
No, T is shorthand for a
Oh,
zero.
T. Sorry, T.
Da 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 is shorthand for.
You're running 500 watts?
Sure, why not? I haven't said watts yet.
Oh, okay. Well, you said power.
So in context, you know that it was a number. So you shorten the 0 just to a letter T because a 0 is just 5 DAs. You can shorten that to a single DA. So again, contextual. So like if I know, let's say I'm operating in an event where where my report to the other person is a signal report and my member number, which is 4 digits. So I would do this. What's that, everyone?
599.
5NN.
Right,
So
which is
599.
599. And now a 4-digit member number. So I could do this. So let's think about those digits. What letter is that?
A.
Right, except that A, da, is shorthand in numbers for a 1,
1.
because it's the beginning of a 1. The next one is
And, which is 9.
N is 9.
T, which is 0.
T is 0.
That's a 7.
And that's a 7. So here's 1907 in full length. And here's cut numbers.
That makes sense.
And it's another layer of conversion in your head, but if you're prepared for it, because you know that it's a number coming, you have a chance. Sometimes that still catches me a little off guard.
You put the N you put the N after the number, so you don't know there's a number coming and it's already gone before you put that N on. No?
No, because what is the full exchange? What is the context of the exchange? In this
Your
particular
signal
thing,
and
signal
your
report
member
and
number.
a member number. You know that if the person is participating, they're sending you a 4-digit member number. You know it's a number. And
You
they know it's
a
a number
before they put the N on,
before they do anything.
just
they're-
by the context.
In other words, if they're participating in this event, you know, I know what I will be sending them the signal report, which is almost always going to be 5NN 599 because everybody's 599 in a contest, and then 4-digit member number. They know it's coming, and I know it's going. Right, but that's the only time you would use cut numbers.
Okay. That will be later.
That will be later. And in fact, you don't have to. I mean, you can send out the whole thing. You know, and in fact, I participate in this thing where my number is this. What number is that?
2348.
2348. So why is my number unique? What can I not do with my number?
Cut.
I can't do any cut numbers. I have to send the whole thing every time. Because there's no cut number for a 2 or a 3 or a 4 or an 8. I have 4 digits and none of them are cuttable. So I have to send the whole thing every time. And so we're just going to make sure everybody has this. What was that again?
SQ.
X.
Thank you.
Thank you, yes.
Well, thank you. Which was it?
TU. Oh, and I also sent this. That was HK, hand key. I made sure the thing was in hand key mode. Okay, so let's see. Oh, I can do this now. Ready? Okay, we're gonna send one final sentence.
Sentence.
Yep. Here we go. I had to make sure that all the letters I was going to send are letters that we have. They are. Here we go. What's that first word?
You.
You.
U, Y-O-U? Everybody get all? Wait. Did I see a no to all?
I think my brain is just
Yeah,
Over
the brain
full.
is full. So
Well, these are all old letters.
I know, but I practiced for a couple
My
hours
brain
today.
is gone also.
Okay, so we're gonna do
Start-
all.
start all over, please.
Okay, start all over. Here we go. Here we go.
Y-U-O-U.
A,
L,
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 You all.
A,
That was a
Oops.
mistake.
A,
and
I,
Dante.
Did.
Did. Yep. Everybody
A.
get A? Yeah.
A,
Okay, here's Oh, darn it, I can't send that. I can't send it because we don't have a letter F yet. Okay, well, I'm gonna
Just say we did
throw
a
in an
bad
F.
job. We have
This
those letters.
this is an F, which you don't have yet. But I'm not gonna consider that one. Did it audit? I'm not gonna consider that one being added yet. Okay, here's the next word.
Well, my business.
FB.
B.
That was FB, fine business.
Job.
Job. Okay, and the last word.
N. I. A. Period. I got the period.
Last word again.
Ah.
Right.
Oh, I don't have that word, that letter yet. That's
Nope.
why. That's a G.
Da-da-da.
That's a G. I'm gonna change it. Here we go.
Night.
Tonight. Yeah, Tonite.
Period.
Period.
Okay. Here we go. Next.
S.
Mhm.
U.
Let's start it. Let's do that one again.
Y'all.
Y'all. YALL.
N.
And
On.
On. Yep.
U. U. E. S. E. A.
Stay.
Y. See you on Tuesday.
Okay,
Right.
what's that last letter? Or that last character?
Da,
Da 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 da.
Break.
That's a break. Okay. Everybody should know that sound. What is that?
Best regards.
73.
7-3. Yep, 7-3.
And.
ES and
Thank you.
TU. Everyone got TU? Thank you. From DE.
It's so much easier to be able to see your call sign on there on Zoom.
Did everyone get that?
Yes, DE.
and 7JI.
And 7JI. What was that last character?
SK.
SK. Da-da-da-da-da-da, which means
End of
Silent.
transmission.
end of transmission. I'm done. Followed by.
Did.
Everyone get that at the end?
Yeah, 2 cents.
Get it?
Okay, wait. How do I get my
Is
name
it
up
other
there with the call sign on it?
What?
you-
Your name? There's in the
Oh.
box on your screen. There should be a little.
Box. If
Yeah.
I didn't have my picture, there would be a black box with my name and call sign. but it only shows my name. How do I get the call
There,
sign?
if you hover
Too
over the
long?
box, if you hover over the box, there's a little 3 dots, an ellipsis.
I don't understand what you're saying. There's a box with 3 dots. What are you saying?
If
Oh,
you hover, if you
okay. Oh, I see the 3 dots. Okay, then what?
click on that, if you click on the 3 dots, there should be something that says rename.
Oh, okay.
You can change your name to whatever you want.
Well, I would just add something, so I would just have to add the whole thing. You just added it.
See, I just changed mine.
I don't see edit.
Yeah, I don't see it either now.
It says rename.
Rename at the bottom.
See, I just changed mine to Simba, son of
That's
Mufasa.
choice.
At the same time, your words are mushy to me.
Hmm?
on my
Oh, now
name.
it's there. Oh, interesting.
Never mind.
Did you find it, Lois?
Well, no, if I rename it, I
It's
could
just for this session.
would
Right.
just add it, right?
Yeah. It's we. Oh. Yeah. So you'll hover over those 3 dots and then click on them, and it's at the very bottom of the menu.
Yeah, I see that. Okay, so
Just click
I
on
would
the.
just delete that. Now I have no
Delete.
name at all. Okay.
Click on it.
You change it to anything you want.
When I come to a meeting, it shows up as my first name and my last name. Then I have to go in and rename it to what I
Okay.
want, which is
Okay.
delete the last name and put my call sign instead. And I'm not quite sure how I can maybe make that permanent.
Permanent. You have to go to your profile. If you have, I think if you have an account, you actually have to go back into your own into the account
Okay.
profile.
Okay. Thank you.
And you know what's really cool about this class? I have to say, it's half women. You know
Yeah.
that? You know that? And no matter how
All
big
right.
it gets, these classes are half women. I like that. That's great. You know, 50 years ago you would not have seen that. 30 years ago you would not
Oh.
have seen that. 10 years ago you wouldn't have seen that. So I think it's awesome.
So,
And by the way, Alicia,
Yes.
so you're hard to get to on email sometimes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, I know you're probably as busy as everybody else, including
No.
me. So,
Did you send another email or an email?
no, but I'd sent at least one. So,
And
so
you
the
didn't
year,
get a reply?
well, I mean, I did on the last one.
Okay.
But, so, the school year's coming up. And so I know, okay, so Lally, I'm going to stop recording. Where's my recording?